Hello, friends. This is Tony DeSant, space rocker of the planet Earth. Today, back with another video. It's a beautiful, fun day, Sunday, fun day. It's gonna be a lot of things happening today, and can't wait to get out there and catch some rays. But before I do that, I wanted to talk to you about what we've been talking about lately, and that is how to live a more carefree life. Becoming your own boss, becoming an entrepreneur, and along this month, I'm gonna be giving you tips on how to achieve that. Of course, there's just gonna be some titles, and the titles are the tips for you to follow. And maybe later on I'll get on a board and explain some things. But for now, I'm just giving you tips on how to live a more carefree life to eventually becoming an entrepreneur and becoming financially free. And the topic for today is going to be save to invest. You can write it down if you want to. This is a big one. Save your hard-earned money. Save to invest. And how you gonna do that, Tony? Save to invest. Well, the same way that I've been telling you about every other thing. The first thing you need to be able to save is to have an income. If you don't have an income, if you don't have money coming in, income, you can't save. And if you can't save, you can't invest. So the first thing you need is to have an income. It doesn't really matter how you get your income, but right here in the United States, it's been taught to us for the past 100 years, maybe or more, that you need a job. You need a job. You need to do certain kind of work, spend certain kind of hours somewhere generating, doing labor or whatever you do to get money. That's the way they've been doing it for a long time over here, and that's the way it's been taught to us since we were little. We are not taught to be our own boss in schools. Right here in the U.S., the freer country of the world, the free enterprise, the capitalism of the world, we have a system where they don't teach you nothing about how to generate money and how to invest money and how to be an entrepreneur or how to be your own boss or how to be free from a job, free from a boss. They don't teach you none of that. So, if you want to ever become financially free, you need to have an income first. You need to save money. Then you need to invest that money. So, the lesson for today is save to invest. And I'm going to be talking a little more about that later on in more detail. But that's the first thing. You need to find a way to start a job at an early age. I mean, the early the better. You don't have to be like me. I started at 13, doing odd jobs for everybody and playing my trumpet. But you don't have to start that early, but usually 15, 16 years old is a good time to start. And after you start your job, start getting in the workforce, you start generating an income. And with that income, you save money. And once you save that money, you learn how to invest that money. And you can learn it many different ways. These days, I say social media has everything you need to know in there. You can find anything you want to find on social media. And I'm not talking about just YouTube. It's everywhere you want to be. You can find it anywhere. The information is there for you. It's at the tip of your fingers, in your phone. So you don't have to go to no expensive schools, no Ivy Leagues, no nothing like that. You can learn this stuff on your own. But the first thing you need to know is that you need to have an income. After that, then you need to save to invest that income. And like I said, I'm going to be talking a little more about that later. As far as once you invest that income, where to invest it so that you can compound your money and make the money. But that's another video. So for this one, I'm just going to say save to invest. Remember that one. And with this one, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to other people around the world that follow my videos, follow my music. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is Tony DeSant, space rocker of the planet Earth, still living in this beautiful planet called Earth, today with the message of save to invest. I'll see you on my next video.